Hey YouTube, this is Nardlez back with another review, this time of the DX Shinken-Oh from Samurai Sentai Shinkenger. Now, this was just released as a Toys R Us exclusive in America, and, I guess I threw it away. When you get it, there's like a little, kind of like a banner around the front of it, just a little, piece of paper that goes all the way around it, and it just says Samurai Megazord on the front and everything. And anyway, this is basically a exact import of the ShinkenOh from Japan. There's not really that many differences. There's a few, but it's just in like instructions and everything. So other than that, I think the box is exactly the same. So let's take a look at that. So you've got a picture of the ShinkenOh here. You've got the 5 animals that combine into it. DX, I would assume it says ShinkenOh here, but I can't read Japanese, so we're SOL there. Now up in the corner, we've got a picture of the hidden disc that comes with it. Bandai up in the corner. On the side, we've got a picture of the hidden disc on the shield. We've got a picture of the sword and ShinkenOh holding it. Shows you can store it on his waist. Shows you can attach the shield to the side. Shows the cool helmet on the back. Got a picture of the ShinkenOh coming together. And this is how it basically sets in the packaging. It all comes in just ready to pop together. Then over here you've got the emblems, because this one, unlike the American version, has the little emblems from the show, which I'll talk about later. And then you've got the corresponding beasts. It shows that it combines into it. Then you've got the disc here. Then you've got some of the other stuff available in the line back here. You've got the Shinkenmaru, the can't remember what it's called in Japan, but it's the Fire Smasher in America. Shows you could change the discs out in the shield. It's kind of neat. And on the side you've got the Rangers with their symbols and their animals. ShinkenOh. On top you got a picture of the Shinkengers. And on the bottom got a picture of the ShinkenOh. Now when you get these and you open it up, I love how they pack these. This is how they do a lot of the Japanese stuff that you get. Like I have the Go-Kai-O and I have the Mobiritz, and both of them come packed like this, and these like egg carton type deals inside it, and I really like that. It keeps them nice and safe from smashing against each other, well shipped and everything. Also, when you get the pieces, they're individually wrapped, so that's a plus too. So here's the instructions. Like I said, they're in English, and shows you all the different forms and everything. One thing I did miss right here is the box is different. They've changed a few things. You do have Saban brands in the bottom corner. Just a minor little thing that I missed. So anyway, we'll get that out of the way, and we will bring in the pieces to the ShinkenOh. So like I said, this is how they come, just ready to pop together and everything. And if you can notice there, it's got some nice little chrome on them. We'll bring them in. Okay, and we'll start with the, let's start with the smallest one. Now I'll compare everything to the American version too. So here we have the Japanese version of the Turtle Zord. It's Kami Origami, and a lot of them I'm not going to get the names on them because I don't remember them. It's been a while since I've watched Shinkenger, but anyway, so here's the American version next to it. As you can tell, this one's basically the same except some small differences in everything, paint differences. Now it also turns into the animals, which I'll go through with each one, and then their symbols, and then after I go through all of them, we'll talk about the Megazord. So what you want to do to transform it into the turtle, you want to turn this fist around, open these little pieces on the side, reach in here, flip the head open, and close it up, and you have a little hockey puck turtle. And I'll do that with the that too. Again, they're pretty much the same thing. I will say that this has like the pink emblem on this for sky is kind of like metallic pink, and it's got all the little like metal flake kind of stuff in it, which looks really neat. So you also have the third form. You've got the emblem, and what you want to do for that is just fold up the little flippers, fold the head in, and shut it, and there it is. The American one can do the same one. This is the only one out of the Samurai Megazord that can do this. And again, not that much of a difference, just tiny little differences. So there is that one out of the way. Now, the second one is the Ape Zord. And here's the American version for the arm. Again, these are about the same size. There's some paint differences. The Japanese ones always look better. You've got, yep. Then you have the animal, which we'll start with the Japanese one. What you want to do is just grab the top of the fist and split it in half, and then kind of rotate it to about there, and there you go. There's a little monkey, which I think looks really neat. The face on this one looks really good. He's got like metallic silver across his head. Now the American one, basically the same transformation. And yeah, not as painted or anything. Anyway, again, this one looks better. And the third form. Now, this is one of the forms that you need for some of the later transformations, which we'll talk about in a second. First, we'll transform it. So, to transform it into its third form, the symbol form, what you want to do is flip the arms back straight down, then turn it back into the arm. While you're there, okay, once you get to this part, you want to fold this in half and lock it, and fold this and up into there, and there is the, I can't remember what this one was, but anyway, we have this triangle symbol and everything, which is used for when you combine it with, is it DX, the Abi origami, and you combine it for the form that is the combination of the ShinkenOh and the DX. You'll need it for that, and for Samurai Hell. Now the American version doesn't have that form, so when you combine it with the Bull Zord or the Claw Zord. It's just either hanging there weirdly when the turtle's closed up or dragging. So it's just one of those things like, how hard is it to add just, even if they had just added one joint there and had that sitting on top, I would have been more okay with it, you know? But anyway, before I get off on a tangent, we'll go to the next one. Here is the bear in leg form. And as you can see, we actually have some vac metal on it, which got a thumbprint on. Let's clean that off. Anyway, again, like the metal flake paint on the symbol. Here's the American version, a lot smaller. No vac metal, no paint on the symbol. Okay, so for the bear form, what you want to do, we'll start with the head. There's a little switch down here. Go ahead and fold that down to about there, I think. I can't remember exactly right now, but then we want to grab that tab, flip that down, grab that tab, flip that down, flip that side down, and flip that side down. Yeah. And there is the bear Zord. I do also want to note that his mouth does open. So anyway, for the American version, fold the head down, and basically the same thing. You just fold the legs down off the sides. So this one's not really that bad of a substitute, and his mouth does open too. This is just one of those just size and paint details on it. It looks pretty cool in this form. So again, and this is all kind of metallic-y, and got a poop chute there on that one. Got a really big poop chute. And there we go, making poop jokes. But anyway, and again, there's no third form with this, so I'm just going to get it out of the way. Okay. Now for the third form for this, what you want to do is we can fold these legs back up, the front ones. Leave the back ones unfolded for a minute. We're going to grab on the side of this black piece right here. We're going to flip this up. And that, when you do that, this whole bottom piece is going to slide down into place. You're going to flip the back legs back up in, and basically turn it into a square, and flip the bear's head the rest of the way in. And there is the Green Ranger's symbol. Again, yeah, there we go. Paint on it looks really sweet. I really do love these. So yeah, we'll get that out of the way. Now we will go to the dragon. So, here it is in leg form, and here's the American one. Again, sides look crappier. The head doesn't look too bad on the American version. That side doesn't look bad at all. And then, you know, just... Okay. So, this is where it starts getting weird. I'm going to do the American one first for this. To transform it into dragon mode, what you want to do is fold the head down. You're going to just grab this piece and fold it back. Okay? And wait, wrong sword. Where'd there it is. Jeez, right in front of me. Then we're going to take this sword and shove it in its backside for no apparent reason. And I really gotta... There we go. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to move the lion out of the way. Now, with the Japanese also, the helmet can store in this, which will just stores in the front there, like that. It can stay in there while it's closed and everything, if you have the sword out of there. But for whatever reason, we're using that as a tail. Okay, here it is in dragon form. So what you want to do, split it in the center, fold this back open, fold this front piece open, and fold the neck out like that. And his mouth does open and everything. Now we're going to attach the helmet. And we're going to... Oh wait, no we're not. Because this is the Japanese version. I kind of like that you get a place to store the sword, but it looks weird, and I'd rather have it show accurate like this, you know? So it does look cool. I prefer this version, and here's a comparison to them. It's... Oh. Okay, I'm just going to get that out of here. Okay. So to transform it into the symbol, what we're going to do is... I think we can leave that in there. Okay, we're going to close this back end up. Okay, wait. Okay, this is hard to explain. So you want to kind of like push that forward like that, and close this end. Then bring this back up, and fold that like that. You're going to bring the dragon head underneath itself, and close it in there. Yeah, just watch it because I really can't explain how you do it. But anyway, I love the shining paint on this, and I love the back metal. And this is pretty big. So, we'll set that to the side, and then we'll bring in the last part. The last Zord, I should say. The Lion Zord. So, first of all, fold his face out. First of all, I would like to say I like this bottom piece better on it. It looks cooler. But look at the tiny little head on that thing compared to the other one. Overall, the design's really similar. There's some like major differences, like this giant red piece here, but this has the extra form and everything. On top, we got the side here. Again, no paint for the symbol on the side. Back, we got a little tramp stamp on this one. We got this piece that folds up for the other transformations. Legs aren't painted. Again, and this has some really nice like crimson shining paint and everything on it. Okay. So we'll transform this one into lion mode first. What we want to do is just kind of pull these legs down. We're going to fold this in half, and it'll latch. We're going to fold the head in, and fold the legs down. There is Lion Zord. Now, for the Japanese version, I do want to note, I'm probably going to have these pieces wrong, but I'm not going to dig the instructions back out for it. It's a little minor thing. So first thing we're going to do is take the head, and instead of like this head just closing up, this one splits in half. Part of it goes back and part of it goes forward. We're going to fold it in half like that. Fold the legs down. And then... how did we do that? Oh. Yeah. Then we're going to take this piece here and rotate it up. just like that. And I think it goes like... Oh. It goes like this. I think. Anyway. We're going to fold the little legs up. And there is the... Oh, no. Hold on. Didn't that drop down or something? Maybe I will get the instructions. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, I know what I did wrong. So you want to fold these all the way out, like that. And then you're going to fold this down like that. Okay. Again, just my head up my ass. But anyway, and didn't even need the instructions. I just had to think about it. So again, better paint on this. I love the... Well, the paint's not bad on this either. It's got the same like metallic sparkle to it and everything. We are missing that top piece on it. This one looks a lot more imposing. Again, on the side, more detail. We do still have the Shiba symbol here, but this leg's painted. This isn't painted. That's painted. Everything okay. And this is a little darker too. So anyway, for the last part, I will say that's one good thing about the American one is I can quick change it quickly. Okay, the last part, what we want to do to make the symbol is we're going to, first of all, fold this back up like that and just lock it into place. We're going to take the legs, fold them back underneath. We're going to rotate this around so the screws are up, I think, like that. We're going to fold the legs in and fold the head in. And there is the fire symbol, whichever way you want to hold it. I think it goes this way. Yeah. So, it really does look neat. So, let's transform this into the Megazord. So, from these parts, we're going to want to do is we're going to split that in half and slide this piece up. I'm going to remove that crown and set it aside. And we're going to reach underneath here, take the dragon out, and rotate it around like that. Become the leg. We'll just set it there for a minute. I can't remember it. Okay, it becomes the left leg. I'm going to take the bear. Crap. Okay, for this one I'll have to open both legs just because my fat fingers can't get a hold of the there we go. Okay. We're going to unlatch that piece and push this all up. Latch that into place and flip the back legs up. I'm going to reach underneath and rotate his head around and lock it into place. Oh, yeah, and we'll just leave those sitting for a minute. Next we'll do the main body. So fold the lion head out. Then we're going to fold these legs out. split the back part in half, lock it into place, rotate these so they're like that. So basically, so the screws are on the back. I'm going to flip this back up, I think, like that. Fold the legs back up. Fold the head up and lock it into place. And we will take the bear, peg that in like that, and the dragon, and peg it in. And there is that. And we're going to take the turtle, fold it in half, turn it, attach it there. Take this. Okay, we're going to do on this is rotate that part up, fold that down, and there you go. Now, you also had the crown, which, let me get the one out of the other one. Oh, I will say, while I'm thinking about this, on the dragon, the nice thing about this is there's a button right here that'll unlatch so you can pull the crown out. But anyway, so here's a side-by-side comparison of the crowns while they're closed. As you can see, there's some red paint in there, and this one's also all metallic-y and everything. Back metal is the word I was looking for. Fold it open. Oh. Try to keep them smudge free. Again, it's bigger. Looks neater. And back. Not really a lot going on there. So anyway, how this attaches is you just kind of peg it on the top. We'll set that aside for a minute, and I'll bring the American one in and we'll put that together. Okay, so from here, for the American one, you just little pegs here, and it is part of the Zord builder system. So if you have any of the the Megaforce ones or the Mighty Morphin one, Megazord from 2010, you can mix and match parts, which is cool, I guess. And then we will snap that up on top right there. And there are the Megazords next to each other. So this one's a lot more sleek and everything, and this one's a little more bulky, but overall I like this one better. But anyway, let's take a look at the swords. Here's the Japanese sword. Here's the American sword. Now this is one of these things that's like, oh cool, it's all painted and everything. And this one, the American one's not, but it's like, you look at it and then you flip it over and ooh. And I know why they did this, so it'll connect and hold on the side better. And it does on this one okay, but there's no like way to lock it or anything, it just kind of sits there. But on here there's a groove that you could just lock it in and it sits there. So I understand why they did it, but it's just one of those little things that bugs me. Now, that's all you get with that one. But this one, and the sword can be held in either hand. But this one, you get the shield from the TV series. Looks really cool when it's spinning. And again, we got some nice back metal. of the Shiba symbol. And it is also a disc. Now these ones are heavy, like heavy duty, and they don't feel cheap. Here's one that came with the Bullzord, which is one of the only ones I have. And they just feel cheap in comparison. And as you can tell, there's a tad bit of a size discrepancy. But anyway, so that's one really cool thing. And this can fit in the spin sword, not the spin sword, the Shinken-Maru. But and it does spin, so I guess fun times with that. Now, the sword fits in either hand, and this will fit in either hand either. This will fit in either hand too. All you need to do is flip this little black piece down. That's what she said. And connect it like that. Oh. And there it is with a shield. Now, this is one of these times that the sword bugs me, because if I put it like blade down, it looks weird unless you're like holding it like that. If it holds it like that, it looks really weird. But if you flip that blade up, then it looks a lot cooler. So anyway, you just store that, and this does store on either side, but generally they'd store it on this side. And the reason it stores blade up is because samurais always stored their sword's blade up in the sheath so it didn't dull. So just a fun fact. So anyway, you fold this up. It also will store on the side of the ape. This looks really cool. Or it will store right back here, like, damn it, okay, there we go, like that, which is how it appeared in the show part of the time. So it's kind of neat that they gave you that option. So overall, if you're getting this for a kid, go ahead and pick up the American version. If you're getting it for a collector, go ahead and pick this up. And if you're going to pick this up, go ahead and pick it up at Toys R Us, because on eBay you're going to pay about $100, $110, somewhere in there. Toys R Us, they're about $80. And wouldn't you know it, the week after I got it, I got a flyer in the mail from Toys R Us for $10 off. But it's one of those things, I'm going to spend more driving to the store and doing that than just not worrying about it. But anyway, so yeah, I can recommend this as a good substitute, but if you want the best quality, get the Japanese version. It really is a lot better. So I think that's about it. So this is Nardlez signing out.